Being a single dad to two little girls, Emma, who was 4, and Lily, who was 5, was the hardest job I ever had. My wife had left us to travel the world, leaving me to juggle work, cooking, and taking care of everything at home. Balancing all of this left me exhausted. But one morning, something extraordinary happened. I woke up early, as usual, to get the girls ready for the day. I softly opened their bedroom door and called out, "Emma, Lily, time to get up." Lily rubbed her eyes and sat up. "Good morning, Daddy," she said, yawning. Emma, still half asleep, mumbled, "I don't want to get up." I smiled. "Come on, sweetie. We have to get ready for daycare." I helped them get dressed. Lily picked her favorite dress, the one with flowers, while Emma chose her pink shirt and jeans. Once they were dressed, we all headed downstairs. When I entered the kitchen to make breakfast, I stopped in my tracks. There, on the table, were 3 plates of freshly made pancakes with jam and fruit. "Girls, did you see this?" I asked, puzzled. Lily's eyes widened. "Wow, pancakes. Did you make them, Daddy?" I shook my head. "No, I didn't. Maybe Aunt Sarah stopped by early." I picked up my phone and called my sister, Sarah. "Hey, Sarah, did you come by this morning?" I asked as soon as she picked up. "No, why?" Sarah sounded confused. "Never mind, it's nothing," I said. Hanging up, I checked the doors and windows, but everything was locked. There was no sign of anyone breaking in. "Is it safe to eat, Daddy?" Emma asked, looking at the pancakes with big eyes. I decided to taste them first. They were delicious and seemed perfectly fine. "I think it's okay. Let's eat," I said. The girls cheered and dug into their breakfast. I couldn't stop thinking about who could have made the pancakes. It was strange, but I decided to let it go for now. I had to get to work. After breakfast, I dropped Emma and Lily off at daycare. "Have a good day, my loves," I said, kissing them goodbye. At work, I couldn't focus. My mind kept going back to the mysterious pancakes. Who could have done it? Why? When I returned home that evening, I got another surprise. The lawn, which I hadn't had time to mow, was neatly cut. I stood in my yard, scratching my head. "This is getting weird," I muttered to myself. I checked the house again, but everything was in order. The next morning, I decided to find out who was helping me. I got up earlier than usual and hid in the kitchen, peeking through a small gap in the door. At 6 a.m., I saw a woman climb in through the window. She was wearing old postal worker clothes. I watched as she started washing the dishes from the night before. She then pulled out some cottage cheese from her bag and began making pancakes. My stomach growled loudly. The woman turned around, startled. She quickly turned off the gas and ran towards the window. "Wait, please, I won't harm you," I said, stepping out of my hiding spot. "You made those pancakes, right? Please, tell me why you're doing this. Don't be afraid of me. I'm the father of the girls and would never harm a woman, especially when you've helped me so much." The woman stopped and slowly turned to face me. I saw her face and thought she looked familiar, but I couldn't place where I knew her from. "We've met before, haven't we?" I asked, confused. The woman nodded, but before she could speak, Emma and Lily's voices came from upstairs. "Daddy, where are you?" I glanced towards the stairs, then back at the woman. "Let's sit and talk. I'll get my girls." "Please, don't go," I pleaded. The woman hesitated, then nodded slowly. "Okay," she said quietly. I smiled in relief, then hurried upstairs to get Emma and Lily. "Come on, girls, we have a surprise guest downstairs," I said. They followed me down, curious. When we entered the kitchen, the woman stood by the window, looking unsure and ready to bolt. "Please, don't leave," I said gently. "I just want to talk and thank you." Emma and Lily looked at her with wide eyes. "Who is she, Daddy?" Lily asked. "Let's find out together," I replied. Turning to the woman, I added, "Please, sit down. Can I get you some coffee?" She hesitated, but then nodded slowly. "Okay," she said softly. We all sat down at the kitchen table. "I'm Jack," I started. "And these are my daughters, Emma and Lily. You've been helping us, and I want to know why." The woman took a deep breath. "My name is Claire," she began. "2 months ago, you helped me when I was in a very bad place." I frowned, trying to recall. "Helped you? How?" She continued. I was lying by the road, weak and desperate. Everyone passed by, but you stopped. You took me to a charity hospital. I was severely dehydrated and could have died. When I woke up, you were gone, but I convinced the parking guard to tell me your car number. I found out where you lived and decided to thank you. Recognition dawned on me. I remember now. You were in terrible shape. I couldn't just leave you there. Claire nodded, her eyes moist. Your kindness saved me. My ex-husband tricked me, brought me from Britain to America, took everything, and left me on the street. I had nothing and no one to turn to. Emma and Lily listened intently, their small faces filled with concern. That's so sad, Emma said, her voice barely a whisper. But why are you here? I asked, still puzzled. Claire explained, your help gave me the strength to keep going. I went to the embassy and told them my story. They helped me get new documents and connected me with a lawyer to fight for my son. I got a job as a postal worker, but I wanted to repay you, to show my gratitude. I saw how tired you looked when you came home every day, so I decided to help you with small things. I was touched by her story. Claire, I appreciate what you've done, but you can't just break into our home. It's not safe, and it scared me. She nodded, looking ashamed. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to frighten you. I just wanted to help. Emma reached out and touched Claire's hand. Thank you for making pancakes. They were yummy. Claire smiled, tears in her eyes. You're welcome, sweetheart. I took a deep breath, feeling a mix of relief, curiosity, and empathy. Claire, let's do this differently. No more sneaking in. Okay? How about you join us for breakfast now and then? We can get to know each other better. Her face lit up with a hopeful smile. I'd like that, Jack. Thank you. We spent the rest of the morning talking and eating the pancakes she made. Claire told us more about her son and her plans to reunite with him. I realized how much strength and determination she had. As we finished breakfast, I felt a sense of new beginnings. Claire's gratitude and our mutual support created a bond. She had found a way to repay my kindness, and in turn, I wanted to help her reunite with her son. Emma and Lily seemed to adore her already, and I felt a glimmer of hope for the future. This could be the start of something good for all of us, I thought. Thank you for sharing your story, Claire, I said as we cleaned up together. Let's help each other from now on. She nodded, smiling. I'd like that very much, Jack. Thank you. And so, a new chapter began for both our families, filled with hope and mutual support. The following days were a whirlwind of emotions and activity. Claire became a regular visitor in our home. We started having breakfast together more often. She'd bring fresh ingredients and whip up delicious meals, and I'd sit with the girls, enjoying the newfound warmth and camaraderie in our home. One evening, as the girls played in the living room, Claire and I sat on the porch, sipping tea. The sun was setting, casting a golden glow over the neighborhood. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done, Claire, I said, looking at her. She smiled softly. Jack, you don't need to thank me. Your kindness changed my life. I'm just glad I can give something back. We talked for hours, sharing stories about our pasts, our hopes, and our dreams. Claire told me more about her son, Michael, who was staying with her parents in Britain. I miss him so much, she said, her voice breaking. I'm working hard to save enough to bring him here. My heart ached for her. We'll figure it out, Claire. You're not alone in this. As the days turned into weeks, our bond grew stronger. Claire became an integral part of our lives. She helped with the girls, teaching them little things and playing with them. Emma and Lily adored her, and I felt a sense of completeness I hadn't felt in a long time. One Saturday morning, I woke up to the sound of laughter coming from the kitchen. I got up and quietly walked down the stairs, peeking around the corner. Claire was making pancakes with Emma and Lily, who were giggling and trying to flip the pancakes in the air. Good morning, sleepyhead, Claire called out, noticing me. Come join us. I smiled and walked into the kitchen, ruffling the girl's hair. Looks like you're having fun. We are, Daddy, Emma exclaimed. Claire taught us how to make pancakes. Is that so? I said, looking at Claire with gratitude. Thank you. Later that day, as the girls played outside, Claire and I sat down to discuss something important. I've been thinking about Michael, I said. We need to get him here. Claire nodded, her eyes filled with determination. I've been saving up, but it's not enough yet. I took a deep breath. What if we worked on this together? I could help you financially, and we could make a plan to bring him over as soon as possible. She looked at me, tears welling up in her eyes. Jack, I can't let you do that. You've already done so much. I wanted Claire, I insisted. You're part of our family now. We'll do this together. Over the next few months, we worked tirelessly to save enough money and navigate the legal complexities of bringing Michael to the States. Claire worked extra shifts, and I did freelance work on the side. We were determined to make it happen. Finally, the day came. Claire had saved enough, and with my contribution, we had everything we needed. The embassy processed the paperwork, and we booked a flight for Michael. The anticipation was palpable as we drove to the airport. Emma and Lily were bouncing with excitement in the back seat. We're going to meet Michael. Lily kept repeating. When we arrived, Claire was a bundle of nerves. We stood by the arrivals gate, watching as passengers streamed out. And then, we saw him. A little boy with curly hair, holding a small suitcase, looking around anxiously. Michael, Claire called out, her voice breaking with emotion. Michael's face lit up, and he ran towards us. Claire knelt down, tears streaming down her face as she hugged him tightly. Oh, my sweet boy. I've missed you so much, she whispered. I watched, feeling a lump in my throat. Emma and Lily ran up, eager to meet their new friend. Hi, Michael. We're Emma and Lily, they said in unison. Michael smiled shyly. Hi. We drove back home, the car filled with chatter and laughter. Michael quickly warmed up to Emma and Lily, and by the time we got home, it was as if they'd known each other forever. That evening, as we sat around the dinner table, I looked at the faces around me, Claire, Michael, Emma, and Lily. My heart swelled with gratitude and love. Our journey had been filled with challenges, but we had found a new family, a new beginning. As we finished dinner and the kids ran off to play, Claire and I sat together, holding hands. We did it, she said, her voice filled with joy. I nodded, smiling. Yes, we did. And this is just the beginning. Claire leaned her head on my shoulder. Thank you, Jack, for everything. I kissed her forehead. We're a team, Claire, and we're going to be just fine. As the evening turned into night, I watched the stars twinkle in the sky, feeling a sense of peace and contentment. Life had thrown us unexpected challenges, but we had faced them together and come out stronger. And as we moved forward, I knew we would face whatever came our way, together. The story of a mysterious pancake breakfast had led to something far more incredible, a new family, a new beginning, and a future filled with hope and love.